Hello. Hey guys, today, don't mind the fan. Ooh. Hello. Hello. Today, I'm sorry if it buzzes, by the way. I don't have any control over that. But basically, today, I'm just gonna talk about some books. Also, how life feels amazing right now. Okay, I'm currently reading 2 books, okay? Life is amazing, but I'm reading 2 books, and the first one is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which you may have heard or either have read and think that is amazing and incredible. But it's actually my shut my brain off book at the moment. Like, I really wasn't enjoying it for a bit until I just started being like, yeah, it's fine, and reading it in a sort of light-hearted way and not in a critical thinking way. In more of a yeah, okay, I can, this is fine. Even though I don't like that it's told from one singular voice, well, 2 voices. Like, I don't like Monique. Let's just get rid of her entirely. But then I also don't like that it's written from Evelyn Hugo's perspective only. It should be written from a third-person POV because, there's actually interesting content and things happening in this book. But just the way that it's written is really, it just pisses me off a lot. And so, yeah, the perspective from which it's written and the way it's approached and the way there's only one voice really in it that you care about. You don't care about Monique in it. Monique's hardly in this so far, but for the parts that are told by Evelyn Hugo, the fact it's only Evelyn Hugo's voice in it, you're like, but then sometimes it's I just don't agree with the way it's written. So whatever, that's fine. That's my personal take. And then, so I'll show you what my annotations look like for this. There are none because it doesn't really require any. And then we've got my Turn My Brain On book, which is To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. And these are the annotations for this so far. Oh, there's underlining with pencil and stuff. You can't quite see it. But it's really fun to read. And I really like Virginia Woolf. I remember when we were reading Clarissa Dalloway or Mrs. Dalloway in lit at school. No one liked it because it's really hard to see with all because the pencil is not very can't really see the pencil very well. But anyway, I'm really enjoying this one, but it's this is the one I read when I'm about to go to bed that just puts me to sleep, and this is the one that wakes me up in the morning. I only just started reading this yesterday, and I started reading this. When did I start this? Oh, I actually started this ages ago. I started this on the 22nd of December on my flight back to Australia. I also got my cash exchanged finally, but anyway, physical cash, just a bit, not much, but yeah, I've been reading this for ages. I'm a slow reader, so whatever. I thought I was halfway through. I'm probably a third through, right? Yeah, that's about a third. Yeah, I'm a third through. 118 out of 385. 385. 118 out of 385. I don't know maths. I don't know what that is. But basically, if I just sort of look at The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, like Red, White, and Royal Blue, and read it in that sort of frame, then I can enjoy it a bit more. Although, I love this book so much. Why? It's told from third person. It's so good. And it's the same sort of idea where it's famous people falling in love and all the drama with famous people and stuff. Oh my god! But it's so good. It's just so good. And it literally and it's just good prose, and it's just well written. It's written right, but it's just a harmless little book, and it's not anything profound, but it is at the same time. The dancing scene, everyone chill. Oh my god. It's just so good. No, but it is actually so much better than Evelyn Hugo. I actually take everything back. Sorry, I just read the first sentence. Not even the first sentence, and I'm oh yeah, this is written a million. Let me read you the first sentence, because that's not a spoiler, because it's the first sentence. On the White House roof, tucked into a corner of the promenade. If I just say promenade, then no one could get mad at me because I'm pronouncing it wrong on purpose. There's a bit of loose paneling right on the edge of the solarium. I know words. Call me Miss Words because I know those. If you tap it just right, you can peel it back enough to find a message etched underneath with the tip of a key or maybe a stolen West Wing letter opener. Let me read the first sentence of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. We're not going to read the, because it has, like, newspaper articles in the middle. We're going to read the start of, like, the actual, oh god, I'm cringing. I'm sorry, I'm cringing. Okay. Can you come into my office? I look around at the desks beside me and then back at Frankie, trying to confirm to whom exactly she's talking. I point to myself. Do you mean me? I'm bored. I'm bored and I don't care. I do not care. Do you understand? Like, it's trying so hard. Sorry, I'm really sorry to Taylor Jenkins Reid, but I don't like your writing style, personally. But that's just me. Because, like, it's trying so hard to be like, you could have just said, like, I look at the desk, like, why did she say, I look at the desk beside me and then back at Frankie, trying to confirm to whom exactly she's talking? I point to myself. Do you mean me? Do you know what you could have done there? Can you come into my office? I look around. Do you mean me? Wow. Already more interesting because we get to go into, like, the actual action a little bit quicker. I don't know. That's just me. And, like, I'm not saying my version is, like, better inherently or, like, perfect. But that's, like, the essence that I get in this book. I'm like, it just needs to stop over-explaining every single little detail where it's, like, it gives the impression that it's, like, trying to, reach a word count on an essay or something. Like, be so for real, bro. I just can't deal. I cannot deal. Oh, man. But I'm enjoying it. Like, it's fun. It's harmless. You know, it's just Evelyn Hugo, and I'm kind of hooked. It's a bit of a page turner. It is a bit of a page turner. So I'm just reading a message. Okay. Now, to the lighthouse. Boy, am I, first of all, obsessed with the cover. Obsessed. Actually, I love all of these covers. Oh, they all look so good. Hey, it's like my 3 favorite colors. Actually, that's not true because brown is my second favorite color. This is my favorite color. I like green a lot. But, like, this is probably my favorite blue. And is this my favorite pink? I'm not sure. Pink's up there in my top 5, though. But, like, so is blue. I'd say brown, green, not in order, but, like, you know, green first, but then the rest not in order. Brown, blue, pink. Oh, that's really hard. I'm feeling orange. Or it could honestly be yellow or red. I really don't know between orange, yellow, and red. Because they're all beautiful in different types. It would probably be red, actually. To be honest. Yeah, it would be red. I really like red. Red is nice. Red's number 5. And then orange, and then yellow. Do you know why orange is high up? Because my favorite color combination of all time is is orange and blue. Have you seen orange and blue together in a beautiful, like, thing? Hello? Like a beautiful image of blue and orange together. That is insane. Like an orange floating in the ocean type of thing, or I don't know. But, like, don't think of gross things. Think of really nice blue and orange. Like, there's really nice blue and orange things out there. I have a whole Pinterest board dedicated to it. I might put the link down below. Yes, I will. I'm gonna put the link down below. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this a lot. I'm just being annoying, I think. I don't know. But, okay, let's talk about the lighthouse. I am loving it. Because it's stream of consciousness. And I love it because it's just fun to, like, read something and realize you can, like, figure out what's going on when it doesn't make sense at first, unless you, like, picture it in your head and you think of it through, like, a stream of consciousness lens, and you can think of it during, like, in that sense. I just love it, and I'm trying to figure out what the different symbolism is. There's so much imagery in this. Like, let me look at my okay, first of all, on the first page, here's a lovely sentence that I like. Okay, this isn't the full sentence, but this is like a part of the sentence, because Virginia Woolf doesn't know what a sentence is. It's just a whole paragraph without full stops. So, any turn in the wheel of sensation has the power to crystallize and transfix the moment upon which its gloom or radiance rests. Okay. Take me out to dinner first, girl. Next, we have... I just like imagery. Hold on. I love this. This is describing a person, right? Mr. Carmichael? It's like Carmichael as one word, so Carmichael? Mr. Carmichael, who was basking with his yellow cat's eyes ajar, so that like a cat's they seemed to reflect the branches moving or the clouds passing, but to give no inkling of any inner thoughts or emotion whatsoever. I just love that. I love her. I love her so much. Next we've got the vivid streak of canary yellow in mustache and beard that were otherwise milk white. Like, it's just the imagery. It's just her way with words. Like, what does the person on the back of here say? She was doing with language something like what Jimi Hendrix does with a guitar. I don't know who Jimi Hendrix is, but I'm sure that they mean that in a way that, like, she's doing crazy things with language. And she is. And I'm just like, how do you write this well? Oh my god, guys, I'm such a feminist. All 3 of these books are written by women. That's beautiful. I didn't even realize that. Most of the books I read are written by women. Except for Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. Can we talk? Can we actually talk? This gosh darned performative male book. I am a performative male. Okay, anyway. It is so good. Like, so well written. Obsessed. I have so many annotations in this book. I love it. I love the characters, especially Naoko and Midori. But the way that certain things are written, I'm like, you did not need to spend a whole page talking about her boobs. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was written in the 80s, so it's like, oh well, it makes sense. But it's like, it's just so, like, and so much of it is just like trauma corn, if you know what I mean. And like, so much of it is just like, it's just like, man tries to be deep by playing with the trauma of women and fetishizing it through his own self-actualization and shit. Let me just read, I want to find some of the, oh yeah, like, here's a part where one of the main characters, like, this girl that he's, like, seeing and talking to, and she's just, like, she's so manic pixie dream girl, but, like, in one of these, I think her father, oh yeah, so, oh my god, this is, like, spoilers, though, so, like, spoiler warning for this. Just go ahead, like, 20 seconds, or maybe 30 seconds, I don't know, maybe stop watching, I don't know if you don't want spoilers, but, like, basically, okay, Midori's father died, and then she's like, will you take me to see a porno movie? And he's like, of course I will. And then she says, a really disgusting one? And he's like, I'll research the matter thoroughly. And she's like, good, I'll call you in. And it's like, on one hand, it's like really a part of her character is like, she's just really loves porn, to be honest, and like, more power to her. But like, the way, I don't know, but then he's always telling her to like stop wearing short skirts and like stop, and like she's asking for it and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Okay. Oh, I love this part where he's thinking about Naoko. I can't remember what was happening before this, but he's just talking and he, like, you know, narrating, and he's like, what would they be doing now? I wondered. Naoko would be lying on the sofa reading a book, and Reiko might be playing Norwegian Wood on her guitar. I felt an intense desire to go back to that place. No, to go back to that little room of theirs. What the hell was I doing in this place? Oh yeah, he was at dinner with his evil friend Nagasawa and his girlfriend, who deserved way better, and she ended up... No, I'm not going to spoil that. I'm not going to spoil that. Oh yeah, spoilers are over now, by the way. I don't know if you, yeah. Maybe you just have this knack for relaxing people. I don't know. Let me find something interesting that I underlined. Reiko played the same difficult passage over and over, trying to get it right. Naruko lifted the hair she had let down and fastened it with the slide. Hair slide is like pressing play and pause. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's not read that part. Oh, he writes the scene where they're all drunk so well. Like, it's insanely well written. Like, the three, him, Naruko, and Reiko were like sitting in a room and they're all drunk together. And it's just like, you can feel, like, I wrote an annotation I wrote down was like, you can feel the drunk. Like, you can literally, like, I feel drunk reading this. Like, it's so, like, so many people struggle to actually, like, write drunkenness well. And, like, even in like movies and stuff, people don't write or portray drunkenness or, you know, not sobriety very accurately or well at all. And it's just so like it's intense, it's messy, it feels like that clinging sort of like, you know, like delayed response and like impulsiveness without, and no critical thinking, and like it's like he just perfected like the everything about it is just perfect. Like, you can hear how loud they're getting with how drunk they are and stuff. Ooh, yeah, there's this really gross part. Oh, so gross. And let me just read you this one sentence that's like so weird. And it's like, of course a man wrote this. And it's a story told by a woman in the story. Like, this story has a lot of female characters who just have this very male sort of way of looking at the world that I'm like, this was so written by a man. But anyway, never again would she have that self-centered beauty that seemed to take its own independent course in adolescent girls and no one else. It basically is just sexualizing like underage girls. Like, that's like the whole thing of this. Like, only adolescent girls have this particular beauty about them. It's like, oh, right, okay. No. Let's stop right there. Okay, I've underlined a lot here. Where the road sloped beyond the trees, I sat and looked towards the building where Naruko lived. It was easy to tell her room. All I had to do was find one window towards the back where a faint light trembled. That's what I mean. Like, sometimes this book just icks me so hard, and then I read a sentence and I'm like, I'm in love with this book. Like, it's so good. It was easy to tell a room. All I had to do was find the one window towards the back where a faint light trembled. I focused on the point of light for a long, long time. It made me think of something like the final pulse of a soul's dying embers. I wanted to cup my hands over what was left and keep it alive. I went on watching it in the way Jay Gatsby watched that tiny light on the opposite shore night after night. The reference, it's just so fucking good. Like, I've got a passage that I've written. I want to steal this from. Sorry, I'm just now fangirling over this brilliant, awful book. Beneath that moonlight, all sounds bore a strange reverberation. The hollow sound of my own footsteps seemed to come from another direction, as though I were hearing someone walking on the bottom of the sea. Behind me, every now and then, I would hear a crack or a rustle. A heavy pall hung over the forest. A heavy pall? P-A-L-L, I don't know, hung over the forest, as if the animals at night were holding their breath, waiting for me to pass. I want to steal that. I love that. Action, dialogue, leading, playing each other. It's just brilliant. The way it ruminates and, like, goes around in circles, but always in a different way and from a different perspective, and is hashing with the same issues, but like just trying to dig so deep. Oh my god, it's so good. It's actually so fucking good, but so gross. at some points you're just reading it and you're like, oh my god, okay. It's just like a lot of it is like male fantasy where you could tell that he was staying up late and he got a little bit too like into it, and it turned into like fetishizing, you know, and you're like, okay, horrid, but it's so good. How many Sundays, how many hundreds of Sundays like this lay ahead of me? Quiet, peaceful, and lonely, I said aloud to myself. On Sundays, I didn't wind my spring. Oh my god. I felt no pain to speak of, but the blood wouldn't stop. That's when he like cut his hand open at one point. Oh, oh my god, it's just so good. The way that he like warps action with like the internal experience and stuff. I can't. Like, action isn't just things happening, like physically in the physical world versus the internal world, and the way that those just intertwine and like go in and out of each other. I'm so obsessed. And Virginia Woolf does that actually. I want to say she does. Let me just like I can't think of a specific example right now, but like she's very, you know, stream of consciousness, as in like, oh yeah, like the way she writes, I think it's less of a symbolic way, but also maybe more of a symbolic way, just more subtly, that like she'll be talking about like, one big theme in this is like emotions, which is like, you know, every book is about emotions, but this one really talks a lot and goes a lot into detail about feelings, and like specifically stating he appeared the image of stark and uncompromising severity. This feeling, even at the age of 6, to that great clan which cannot keep this feeling separate from that, but must let future prospects, with their joys and sorrows, cloud what is actually at hand, since to such people, even in the earliest childhood, any turn in the wheel of sensation has the power to crystallize and transfix the moment upon which its gloom or radiance rests. James Ramsay, sitting on the floor, cutting out pictures of the illustrated catalogue of the Army and Navy stores, endowed the pictures of a refrigerator as his mother spoke with heavenly bliss. It was fringed with joy. The wheelbarrow, the lawnmower, the sound of poplar trees. Look, I'm not great with my words, so don't call me Miss Words, please take that back. The sound of poplar trees, leaves whitening before rain, rooks cawing, brooms knocking, dresses rustling. All these were so coloured and distinguished in his mind that he had already his private code, his secret language, though he appeared the image of stark and uncompromising severity. Like, the way I get excited reading this, with his high forehead and his fierce blue eyes impeccably candid and pure, frowning slightly at the sight of human frailty, so that his mother, watching him guide the scissors neatly around the refrigerator, imagined him all red and ermine on the beach, or directing a stern and momentous enterprise in some crisis of public affairs. It's really exciting. And I've read that this book is less about what like the plot is, and more about just looking at the relationships, and as like a study of relationships in a way. You don't really need to focus too much on what's happening. It's less plot and more relationships and characters and stuff. And her similes in this are crazy. Like, she just is like an absolute like god at poetic devices and literary devices and stuff. It really makes me so happy. I'm just trying to find something about I forgot what my point was with the emotions thing. But like, basically she'll be talking as if like intertwining through someone's internal experience, and then like that stream of consciousness turning into like what's actually happening around them. And she also goes in and out of perspectives. At least in Mrs. Dalloway she would go into the perspective of Mrs. Dalloway, and then into like a third person perspective, and then she'd go into the perspective of the man who was like had PTSD or something. He was like shell shocked, which they called in the book at the time. But oh man, I like Wow. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's doing that in this book as well. So, yeah, I think it's split into 3 parts, this one, whereas Mrs. Dalloway was just one consecutive stream of consciousness. I believe I've read this one is split into 3. Like, it has breaks in it that aren't exactly chapters, but more breaks. Oh, yeah, like this. Yeah, like that blank page, I'm assuming, just indicates the 3rd part ensuing. Yep, there's part 2, which is very short. Hold on. Is it part 2?